So I thought my camera was broke. In fact, I thought something happened to that bitch. Oh, y'all, what is poppin'? How y'all doing, baby? Y'all, I'm growing my hair back out because I'm finna get braids pretty soon. So y'all finna see me, you feel me? But start taking care of my hair too, because, yeah. All right, welcome back to your Daily Dose. I'm your host, Alize, and this is a Daily Dose. Found my ring. And you already know we stay doing the most. If y'all haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because you already know, I'm literally the shit. Like, I'm blowing up. I don't care what nobody say. Oh, I got sleep in my eye. I'm sorry, y'all, because I was asleep a little bit. Whatever the fuck the case was. But let's go ahead and get into this video. You need better friends. Now, I decided to always say that. You need better friends. Why do you need better friends? You need better friends because you need to grow. If you continue to surround yourself around broke people, how the saying would go, if there are 5 broke people, right? You will be the 6th broke person. I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying this to say anything disrespectful to anybody, because the people who have walked out of my life, it was for a reason. I have to make room for new people that are coming into my life, people that I know that are going to help me elevate, people that I know that are going to, inspire me and motivate me, and not even just motivate me, but literally these amazing people coming into my life, they're here to really help me get to the next level, or to really push me to get to the next level. You can't really push somebody, because if a person doesn't want to change, or if a person does not want to actually be successful, you can't force nobody to be successful. You can't force nobody to do nothing. But one thing I have realized is that all my life I have had shitty friendships. Now, the reason I've had shitty friendships is because I was a shitty person myself. I was not a good friend to myself. Ever since I started to really learn what's important to me and focus more on my values, focus more on myself, focus more on loving myself, and focus more on my passions, focus more on my book, all of that, I have realized that so much has changed. A lot of people were so used to me gossiping. People were always used to me bringing up a problem. People were always used to Alize going through some type of situation, to the point where it got to where literally I started to change. I started to really become a different version of me, and motherfuckers is dropping like flies. The people that were in my life were not motivating me. The people that were in my life were not helping me to elevate. It was a constant. It was just drama. Okay? And I really want you guys to really take this with a grain of salt. If you know that you have people that are draining you, if you know that you have so-called friends that say that they're there for you, say that they care for you, whatever the case may be, but in actuality, they don't even want to see you win. Because behind closed doors, they talking shit about you anyway. And if you know that for a fact, then you need better friends. See, recently, 2 people, like I mentioned earlier, 2 people walked out of my life. Now, I want to say that with the first individual, or both individuals, I have nothing against these people. I don't. But I realized that it's only making room for the blessings that are coming into my life, because my life is changing. If I didn't let go of certain people, that I knew that was keeping me at a stagnant point. If I kept allowing oil to mix with water, I would not be becoming the woman that I'm supposed to be. I wouldn't even be at this level. Networking with people, actually taking risks, being open-minded, being limitless, actually, taking new opportunities. New opportunities show up to me and I'm like, oh, I'm taking that. I want to learn from that. I'm not afraid to be the student. I am not the teacher all the time. I'm starting to see that I look in my circle and I seen that my circle is a lot smaller. There's a lot of people that I decided to limit my conversations with. It's not because I don't like them, but it's always a problem, or it's always something. And I used to do that same thing. I used to always be like, man, oh my God, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. And I learned that when you constantly are surrounding yourself around people that constantly talk about problems, or constantly talk about poverty, or are constantly complaining about their 9-to-5 or whatever the case, or they're not doing anything about it, you become one of those individuals and you stoop to their level. You have that same energy. You need better friends. You need to make better friends. You need to choose better people. Because those people that are in your circle are going to drag you down. They're going to drain your energy. And I'm telling you this from experience. Certain people I let go because I need to grow. Okay? Now I'm actually focusing more on what's important to me. I'm actually learning to be alone. I'm actually comfortable with being alone. I actually wanted to call one of those individuals and I told myself no. For what? Not saying I have anything against this individual, but this particular individual, but I didn't want to do that because I need to really expand. I need to grow. I need to be limitless. I cannot have people who are closed-minded in my circle. I cannot have people who say they're going to do something and they don't do it. I was one of those individuals. Now I keep my word because I have to keep my word. To myself, it's very important. You are who you hang out with. You hang out with a liar, you become a liar. You hang out with a bitch, you become a bitch. You hang out with a broke person, you become a broke motherfucker. And it's the truth. So now I'm networking. Now I'm starting to, learn new things. You know what I'm talking about? How to actually start a business. What do I need to do to first start a business? I'm starting to research this type of stuff. I'm starting to put my money towards things that actually matter rather than wasting my money on things that don't matter. I'm not trying to look rich to be broke. No. I want to be rich. That means that I cannot allow people who think poverty in my circle. It is not, and it doesn't, let me tell you something. You don't have to let these people go and just literally be like, hey, look, Daily Dose told me what's up, bro. So you feel me? Like, clock, you don't gotta do all that. Oh, I don't want this video to be too long, guys. I'm sorry, but like I told y'all about my spine, real quick on a side note, my spine. Yes, my spine is hurting. I know y'all might be thinking, why don't you got on the back brace? Yeah, I'm about to go to bed. But yes, it hurts within my neck, which is causing a strain on my neck. And it is pushing the little nerves. And I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know how to explain it. All I could tell you is that it causes me to have more headaches. I have frequent headaches. Like I have a headache. A bad one, okay? But anyway, let's get back into it. So like I could feel it here, and then I could feel, anyway, let's get back to it. So but no, seriously, you need to choose better friends, because those individuals, those people who are most likely talking shit behind your back, most likely don't give a damn about what you got going on. Let me ask you a question. Actually, no, I want you to do this. How do you really know if you have a true friend? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying kick every damn body out your circle. But let me tell you this. If you have somebody, let me ask you this. Let me tell you this. If you have people that are constantly hitting you up and always talking about problems, cut them out. Cut them off. I'm serious. Cut them off. For what? Because you constantly, if you have people that all they do is just smoke all day, play video games all day, and don't do nothing that's going to be productive within that time period. Don't get me wrong, I ain't got nothing against weed. I know people that smoke weed and still get the job done. But I'm talking about a person that just doesn't do nothing except get high and doesn't do anything with their life. You need to cut them loose, because you're gonna be that next person. Or you have those friends that say, oh, I see you got your little car. See you got your little business. Oh, I see you got your little LLC license. So cut them off. They're not worth it. Okay? Because they're jealous. They're jealous of you. And if you have a person that's constantly being negative, or individuals that are constantly talking about just negative shit, they never see nothing, the positive outcome of nothing, just always talking about nothing but negative bull crap, cut them loose. Or limit the time that you spend with them motherfuckers. Because let me tell you something. They are insecure and they don't want to follow their own heart, and they don't want to go out there and give their dreams a chance, and they just want to sit stagnant. They just want to stay stagnant. Okay, so choose better friends. You had that one friend that's always borrowing from you, always asking you for money. They using you because you always go support them. Cut them loose. They always saying they gonna pay you back and they never pay you back because they lie. I've had people, and let me tell you this. Y'all might think I'm crazy for saying this, but listen to me. Even if you allow somebody to borrow money as a giver, as people that give, we should not expect nothing in return. You want to know why? Because givers don't expect anything in return. No, we give. So therefore, a person isn't really liable to pay you back. Now that might sound fucked up, but it's true. Right? They have the choice and the decision to pay you back. The right thing to do is to pay you back. But if they don't pay you back, and then they keep borrowing from you and you keep giving them money like my dumb ass did. Oh, Alize, let me borrow $300. Alize, let me borrow $50. Alize, let me borrow $100-something, and didn't pay me back. Not once. Now, oh yes, I pay attention. Because I ain't going to give you shit. The next time you ask me for anything, you're not getting nothing from me. Because that's always going to remain in my head. You didn't know. Hell no. See, I used to be that type of person that let people walk over me. I used to be that type of person. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I let people do what they do. And what I mean by that is I let people dig their own grave. I'm no longer trying to be nobody's savior. I'm no longer trying to tell nobody wrong from right, right from right, wrong from right, right from wrong. I'm no longer trying to do that because I cannot be your savior. I've always been that person to try to jump in and save somebody. No. And I've always been that type of person to keep allowing toxicity into my life. You do not want these type of people in your life because they are going to keep you at a stuck point. They are not going to help you grow, and they don't want to see you grow. That's why in the book of Corey, I never knew I had a chance, or I knew I had a choice. Something like that. Look it up. Corey. It says that when you start to change, the people that you once hung out with, the people that you once thought were your friends, you no longer have nothing in common with those individuals because your mindset is growing. You are growing. You are maturing spiritually, mentally, emotionally, okay? Financially, physically. You are growing. You are expanding your consciousness. You are no longer stagnant. You are no longer thinking low level, okay? You are at a high mentality, a high level. You're thinking of your future. You're thinking of the next plans. How can you make money? How can you make 100K in a day? You're thinking about what are the next steps that you can take into growing your business? What are the next steps that you can take into getting your name out there? What are the next steps that you can take into becoming that person that you want to be for yourself? You will then see, I learned that some of the people that I have talked to or have had in my life, I have nothing in common with, because I am always that type of friend that if you want to do something, I will support you. I will motivate you. Shoot, if you say, hey, Alize, I'm coming out with some shirts, I'm doing this, I'm always that supportive friend. But I realized that majority of the people that I thought were my friends never supported me, not once. Or at least I thought they did, but then the true colors revealed. Right? And see, it took me a while to actually learn that not everyone is your friend and not everyone is meant to be in your life. And when you are changing, when you are growing, when you are advancing, and you are gaining more knowledge, more experience, and you are taking more risks and more chances that come your way, new opportunities come your way, you are no longer going to be in the same paths, because that person was not meant to be in your path. They have their own path, you have your own path. Just like relationships, certain relationships don't last. Why? Because you guys have outgrown each other. You're meant to go your way so you can grow, and that person needs to go whatever they need to go through so they can grow. And people grow when they want to grow. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. Everyone has the choice to actually take to the road to success. Success doesn't just only mean financially. Success means in all areas of your life, all aspects of your life. Okay, it's not just only financially, because you don't want to just be that type of person that, okay, you rich. A lot of people say they want to be rich, but the whole thing is, why do you want to be rich? I want to be rich because I want to be financially free. I want financial freedom. I want the freedom to be able to go wherever I want to go and still know that money is flowing into my bank account, and I could take vacations and just have fun and sit back and do what I want to do. I want to be able to also give back to other communities. You know what I'm saying? How they would say it's charity, right? I think that's what they call it. No, seriously, but I'm serious. Because I'm that type of person that wants to help other people. I don't just want to just see myself rise to the top. I want to help other individuals rise to the top. You know? I want to be able to do things and be able to really build a dynasty. But I don't just only want to be successful financially. I want to be successful in the relationship with myself. Have a successful, loving, healthy relationship within myself, right? Because you have a lot of people who are rich, but they're depressed. Why? Because it's something missing. Now, I will say this. I could be wrong, because some people say rich people are happy as hell. They get to do what they want. Yeah, that's true. But I always thought, I'm going to be honest with you. I would say money actually, let's be real, because I don't want to say money does not bring happiness. And the only reason I don't want to say that is because, now this might sound contradicting, because what I just said about, but there are certain people who are rich, and there's certain people who they're missing something is missing, yeah, you have everything, but sometimes you also want to share that with somebody too. But going back to what I wanted to say, I don't want to say that money doesn't bring happiness, because every time I got my check, and my check was fat, every time I got my check, to me it was literally, I was walking around like, and my god brother was like, how come every time when you get money, you walk different, I talk different, I act different, I'm different? Cause baby, that money it's overflowing, okay? So No, but seriously, like I feel like that's why I don't want to say that money cannot bring happiness. Because money, when you got money, you be walking different, acting different, talking different. You buy whatever you want, you do whatever you want, baby. You know how many times that I've came into a lumps, like a good sum of money, and I ended up just fucking it off because I was giving it to other people or I was doing other things. And this is my lesson learned, and I had to start over again. But see, that's why I said, like, going back to when I said you don't want to allow certain people, certain individuals, you either want to limit talking to those people, or you either want to just break yourself away. And the reason you should is because you're only going to keep the more a person complains and talks about their problems, the more problems you're going to internalize those problems, and they're not even yours. And I know it because I've done it myself. Right? The more people complain about the same things over and over again, you'll find yourself doing the same thing. You are who you hang out with. That's why it's very important to be mindful who you allow in your circle. My circle is very small. Yes. So it's very important to choose better friends. It's very important to be wise and to know that, it's okay to be alone. You don't have to have friends. You don't need friends. Not everyone wants to be your friend. Some people just want to use you, and some people just want to see you fail. Them people don't give a damn. That's why half of the friends that I had, like, they didn't really believe in fucking manifesting. Not all of them do. That's why I can't be telling them about manifestation and law of attraction or law of assumption. They look at me like I'm crazy. They'll be like, oh yeah, I agree with you. And some of them were just only there for a story, because they only wanted to listen to the story, but they didn't actually want to know if I was okay. But see, one thing I noticed was when I stopped telling stories, when I stopped gossiping, and when I started to talk more about my passions and things that I love and the new things that I learned, I started to learn that I had nothing in common with those individuals anymore. I learned at that very moment that these people are not supposed to be in my life, because I am growing. And I cannot force someone else to do the same. I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm that type of friend that's going to push you, to support you. I want to see you do good things in life. But honey boo boo child, it's just choose better friends. Okay? It's very important. And also, even with your family members, certain family members, you outgrow them too, because they're not on the same level as you. And that's okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it may not have been much, but y'all, I'm tired. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Follow me on TikTok at manifesting71. It is not Zellum baby. It is manifesting71. Also follow me on Instagram at alize.mills.1. My Snapchat is alize_mills2021. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.